Going on, everybody? KSA Kris here, the Real Estate Blitz, and today I got something here on my cell phone from Miss Gabby. I saw it online. She's actually in our brokerage, and it was magic because I don't think enough agents think about it. So these are basically great rules to live by if you're doing open houses. So rule number one: show up to your open house. Um, it blows my mind how many times I've let somebody stand an open house on one of my own listings and they didn't even show up. And it's mind blowing. Just freaking at least show up if you schedule it. Rule number two: do the full time you requested. Now, here's the thing as well that I've ran into, and I've actually cut people out. I have two people right now. They're like, "Hey, can I stand another open house?" And the answer is no. The reason why is because, look, I get it. Things happen. You're at the open house. Maybe it's a slow open house. And then all of a sudden you get somebody that calls up and says, "I want to see a house right now." Here's the thing. Just because you have somebody that wants to go see a house right now, you've already made a commitment. You've already made a commitment, especially if it's not your listing. And then when you just leave, think about the client that you're already hurting. Well, they're not my client. Yeah, but that's not right. You made a commitment to something, and just to leave the open house because you just want to, that ain't right. So rule number two: do the full time you requested. Actually hold to your commitment. Rule number three: go inside the house. Do not host the open house while sitting in your car. Seen this before too. I've even seen people host open houses while sitting and standing outside, and then they let people just mosey on through the house. Now, what bothers me about that one, and I've seen it plenty of times, somebody that house that you're standing an open house at, somebody lives there, somebody owned that place, somebody has put money into it, they put sweat equity into it, they've raised a family maybe. I mean, there's things that are going on in that house that are emotional. And when you just let people randomly ransack people's houses and walk through, for one, it's just a security thing to me, but for two, it's just disrespectful. Your job is to actually walk people through, and you're supposed to be in sales. You're supposed to be trying to sell the house, right? Not just letting people walk through the house. So host the house inside the house. Be part of the open house. And her very last one, rule number four: send a quick thank you note to the listing agent with feedback, not your opinions. Okay, feedback is how many people showed up and if they are willing to put an offer or not. Listing agents don't care about your opinions, so keep it to yourself. And I have to admit on this one, I was talking to a guy yesterday looking to list his house, and he was telling me about his last agent. He says, this guy was just insulting. There's a way to tell somebody that something isn't good about the house or something may be a challenge for the house, but giving your opinion like, well, you may want to up your marketing. Your marketing sucks. It's not your listing. You're not the agent. It's not your seller. If you end up talking to the seller, trying to tell the seller stuff that's just going to hurt their feelings isn't appropriate. In fact, you should be talking to their agent first. However, there's ways of positioning everything instead of your house just stinks. That actually happened. Your house just stinks. Hey, I tell people all the time, if I can smell it, we can't sell it. Now that's between me and the person I'm selling the house at. There's an appropriate way to tell somebody that their house smells. There's an appropriate way to handle how to go and find that smell. But if you're actually standing in an open house and you're just like, your house stinks, come on, man, be a professional. So I think, Gabby, I appreciate you for putting that out online. Those four rules for an open house, I think they're fantastic. And I think if more agents live by it, they'd have better open houses. That's all I got today. Appreciate y'all, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.